Hello and welcome to the Retro Renaissance Woman. Today I'll be making a raw carrot salad from a book of unusual recipes, which you have to love for the name alone, compiled for the members of the Parent Teachers Association of Oakton School in Evanston, Illinois. And it's compiled by Mrs. Vincent M. Reed and Alice Eckert Campbell. And there actually is no date on this book, so I'm not sure when it's from. From the recipes and just the way it looks, I would guess the 1940s. And all the recipes in this book were contributed by various different people. So this raw carrot salad is from Mrs. C.W. Moore. And so we need 2 cups of ground raw carrots and 1 cup of ground celery, which will be interesting. I've never grated celery before, so that'll be a first. Alright, I have 2 cups of carrot here, so now I guess I'll try grating celery for the first time. I feel like it's going to be difficult because it's so stringy. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I guess we'll find out. I'll have to trust that Mrs. C.W. Moore knew what she was doing. Let's see how this works. See, that's what I was afraid of. I guess I can just kind of cut this off then with a knife. I am very curious about how we're actually meant to do this. Here, let me try it this way. As you can probably see, this sliced it into fairly thick and very long strips, which I decided was not going to work. I feel like it's impossible that I'm actually doing this right, but I don't know how I should be doing it. I could try a smaller setting, but I feel like that'll just make even more of a mess. Well, I'll just do it like this, and I'll have to be cutting it with the knife as well. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any really long stringy bits in here, because that's going to be very annoying when you're trying to eat it. Yeah, that's even worse. I'm not even going to try. I stuck with my resolve for a little while, and finally just gave up and minced the celery instead. It's a most unusual day, I'm catching a bridal train. Alright, that's not really a full cup, but I'm gonna say it's close enough. I now know one more thing that I should never, under any circumstances, try to grate. The recipe now called for a cup of ground roast pork or chicken. I had some poached white chicken already on hand, and I prefer chicken anyway, so I went with that. I just cut it up into smaller pieces before adding it to the salad. Alright, now I just have to add salt to taste. And it just says, mix well with mayonnaise. So I'll use my judgment on that. I had a little bit of homemade mayonnaise on hand, so I started with that and then switched to store-bought, since I was pretty put off by the mayo taste when I used a lot of store-bought mayonnaise in my 1950s potato salad. Alright. I think that about does it. Now let's taste test. Alright, let's try it. I have the salt shaker here since I haven't tasted it yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if it needs a little more salt. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I like the way the carrot has kind of turned the entire thing an orange shade. Alright, here goes. I like it. I like it a lot. It's sort of, it's a coleslaw kind of flavor, but much simpler. Obviously, this would be a side. You wouldn't have this as a main dish. It's a little bit bland for that, but had with like some kind of roast or something, I think this would be really good. I can see now why they had you grind everything, because all the ingredients in here are very chewy. The chicken and the carrots and the celery, it all requires a lot of chewing work. I don't think there's much more to say. I really like this. I can easily see myself making this again. It was very easy, and it will be a lot easier if, as I will next time, I don't bother trying to grate celery and I just cut it out. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bon appetit. This is how I start every video.
What, by saying Justin?
Usually it's minus the hecklers in the background.